Psalms chapter 2 and 1. It says, "Why do the heathen rage, and the people imagine a vain thing? The kings of the earth set themselves, and the rulers take counsel together against the Lord and against his anointed, saying, Let us break their bands asunder and cast away their cords from us." Let us break their bands asunder and cast away their cords from us. I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Rakakwadash. Double honors to my apostles and elders of Great Millstone, and peace and salutations to the hopeful elect. All right. So I found this video explaining just that, pretty much, because our bands, our cords are to the Lord, knowing who we are, and we have fallen away from the Lord. A bunch of our people are coming back in these last days and understanding who they are, who their true power is. Okay. But this was all intentional. Esau, Edom, like the scriptures say. I think it's in the book of Zechariah 1 and 15. It says, Slakia, under the weather, it says, "I am very sore displeased with the heathen that are at ease." All these heathen are at ease. Okay, the earth is given into the hand of the wicked. And they've literally tried to break our bands away from the Lord, Yahweh Shai. They gave us white man Jesus. That's huge. That's huge. The word, the name Jesus is huge. They took Yahweh and Yahweh Shai away from us until these last days. All right? So that's them cutting our cords away from our true power. They give us pork in every single thing. They push all these holidays, so-called holidays or whatever, in which we're worshiping different gods. They constantly forwarding our affliction. And then they do this, like it says in Habakkuk chapter 2 and 15, right? It says, "Woe to them that giveth his neighbor drink." And what's that drink? These different philosophies. Basically cutting your cords away from the Lord, because that's all we knew. We're the Lord's children. All we knew was Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. All right? All we knew were our customs. All we knew is the history our forefathers told us about us rebellion, and we were trying to get it right. But constantly, we end up getting it wrong. But in this captivity in particular, we're coming back to our power. The book of Ezekiel chapter 37, can these bones live? These bones are rising up. Because Esau, Edom, no matter how, basically the so-called white man, no matter how bad he wants to cut us away from the Lord, he can't do it. Because we're not your children. We are the children of God, man. All right? Yasharallah. All right, Prince of Power. We're princes of power, man. All right? It says, "Woe unto them that giveth his neighbor drink." There's strong philosophies. Jesus Christ. Christianity. It just keeps going on, man. Feminism. Voting for Democrat or Republican. We're not supposed to put any of you people over us. So we've been constantly beat down with that continual stroke, pushed farther and farther away from our power to the point where, you ask our people, they don't want nothing to do with Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, even though they know the real name of them, because they're comfortable and they got to die on this side. 2/3 of our people gonna die on this side, man, because they refuse to hearken unto the voice of the Lord, which is his prophets, man. All the evidence is there. All the receipts is there that we are the children of power, man. It says, "Woe unto him that giveth his neighbor drink." Yeah, you've given us all these philosophies, Christianity, Buddha, Islam, all these things you pushed on our people. Okay, the different food, that we're not supposed to eat, different things, that we're not supposed to do or practice. That put us diabolical to him, diabolical, meaning these are the things the things that you practice, but you force us to follow your direction, force us into submission to pretty much uh, uh, do as you please and push us farther and farther away from our King. That put us diabolical to him and make us him drunken also. Yeah, that reminds me of the story of Adam and Eve. Whenever Shaitan, the Lord asked Adam, he's like, "Who told you were naked, man? Who told you was naked?" You see, and it's happening all over again, captivity after captivity, and we keep going into captivity. But this is our last captivity. Who told you were naked? Yeah, hey, who gave you this philosophy? Who told you this? Basically, like us today, we follow after the heathen. We do what they do, and we think that that's righteous. The Bible clearly tells you that the Lord has a people, and you want to get mad at us because we say that you are the children of God. And you always want to save the white man, but the white man ain't trying to save you. He's giving you strong drink to push you away from making you drunk in front of the Lord. Lord looking down, ready to whoop your ass. It says, and makest him drunken also, that thou mayest look upon their nakedness. Yeah, they look upon your nakedness and go and tell the Lord, Lord, look, they're eating pork. They're doing this. They're doing all these things. They push it on the TV. Black people this. They're the reason. They're the reason that America's horrible. Ain't no black people going up and hanging themselves from no trees. Ain't no black people sitting around here human trafficking a bunch of children and raping a bunch of people, man. Black people don't do that type of stuff. Ain't no black people running up in those schools as no transsexuals and shooting up children's schools. Black people ain't doing that. It wasn't no black person that shot the Charlie dude. Okay, it was all white people. White man is the number one terrorist in the whole damn world. Okay, going back. Let me get this video, but let me read this one more time. Why do the heathen rage and the people imagine a vain thing? Yeah, they think they're really going to take all of us. They're trying to get to the elect. They're raging right now. The heathen are raging. Trying to come down with their new world order. Trying to get it accomplished. It says the kings of the earth set themselves and the rulers take counsel together against the Lord. So they're against our power and against his anointed. They're against our great king. They're against our people. They're against our history. That's why they try to hide it. They try to hide the fact that the Israelites are the children of God. The Israelites are Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans. They're trying to hide that fact. It says, saying, let us break their bands asunder and cast away their cords from us. Yeah, you trying to cast away our cords from the Lord. It says, he that sitteth in the heavens shall laugh, and the Lord shall have them in derision. The Lord's going to laugh at you because you really ain't controlling nothing. Let me get this video, and that's going to be it. It's just some of these videos off of TikTok. Check it out.
Here are 5 things you didn't know about the hidden campaign to erase Black Hebrew identity in America. First, in 1650, Massachusetts Bay Colony officials publicly burned Hebrew Bibles owned by Black indigenous communities because they showed Jesus and biblical figures with African features. Second, the 1740 South Carolina Negro Act specifically banned Black people from owning Hebrew texts or teaching Hebrew language to prevent them from claiming chosen people status. Third, the 1830 Indian Removal Act included secret provisions to confiscate all religious texts from Black indigenous communities before forced relocation westward. Fourth, during the 1925 Scopes trial, hidden testimony revealed efforts to suppress Black Hebrew Israelite educational materials in public schools nationwide. Fifth, modern publishers still receive federal subsidies to exclude Black Hebrew Israelite interpretations from religious studies curricula. The most shocking truth? Over 50,000 Black Hebrew religious texts have been destroyed or hidden in federal archives since colonial times. Government memos prove a coordinated campaign to prevent Black Americans from discovering their true identity as the original chosen people.
This is the book of Isaiah chapter 61. All right, and we just watched the video. As you can see, it says, and we waking up, no matter what they try to do, man, they can't stop this movement. All right, they're shaking. They're barely sleeping at night, man. All right, it says, the Spirit of the Lord is up on me because the Lord have anointed me to preach good tidings unto the meek. All right, that's what brothers out there doing, going into the gates of the noble, shaking the hand. All right, letting you devils know, and then letting our people know, hey, the Lord is coming. Repent, get right. Hey, we are the children of power, man. All right, we got a kingdom coming. Like, America's about to fade away, man. All right, this place ain't about to be here for that much longer, man. And that's a beautiful thing, because it's just been oppressive to us, man. All right, every since we come into this earth, man, like, we're just constantly oppressed, man. Even as a baby, you don't have no choice over, like, getting all types of, vaccines or whatever, vaccines, and they shooting you up 100 times before you even get out of the hospital. Like, we never had a chance here, man. Okay, you're born into debt, born into sin. The Lord is gonna destroy this place for us, man. All right, and he's gonna do great things for us. It says, the Spirit of the Lord Yahweh is upon me, because the Lord have anointed me to preach good tidings. Yeah, the kingdom of heaven is coming unto the meek. All right, he have sent me to bind up the brokenhearted, and all of us are brokenhearted, man. All right, still having those curses on us, man. It says to proclaim liberty to the captives. Yeah, liberty is coming. All right, and we are the captives. And the opening of the prisons to them that are bound. Yeah, bound in this prison house, America, man. And we're scattered all over the earth. And we're bound by these different philosophies. We're bound by these different, things that they pushed and forced on our people, man. All right, it's a damn witchcraft spell that the Lord only can break. All right, through his word. All right, which is health unto us, man. It says, in the opening of the prison to them that are bound. That's talking about us. The scriptures speak about the renewing of your mind. All right, it all starts there, man. You can be bound and following this beast system in these last days, or else you're going to get right and follow the Lord, knowing what the will of the Lord is. It says to proclaim the acceptable year of the Lord and the day of vengeance of our power, to comfort all that mourn, because we're all mourning here. We're letting our people know that the Lord is coming, man, and he's about to destroy this place, man. So, hey, sooner or later, we ain't going to shed no more tears, man. It says to appoint unto them that mourn in Zion, to give unto them beauty for ashes. That reminds me of the scripture in Isaiah 52. All right, it speaks about awake, O Zion. Let me go to it real quick. I'm right here. 52:1. It says, awake, awake, put on thy strength, O Zion, put on thy beautiful garments, O Jerusalem, the holy city. For henceforth there shall no more come unto thee the uncircumcised and the unclean. Shake thyself from the dust, because we've been in the dust, man. That's why Isaiah 47 tell you damn devils to come down and sit in the dust. And that's what you're doing right now. America is falling. Your whole infrastructure is failing. You ain't going to have no choice but to implement something. All right, something huge, in order to try to, bring in your new world order quicker. That's the Revelations 12:12. The devil shall come down with great wrath, because he knoweth that he hath but a short time. You see the 3-eye atlas coming. Hell, you never know. The Lord might be. You never know, man. We don't know. Okay, that 3-eye atlas is gonna shift. It's gonna shift things in the earth, man. All right, it's shifting. The energy is all weird. Everything is. See, the Lord is coming. Now the Lord ain't gonna come into that MOTB be implemented, but I think that MOTB is gonna be implemented real soon, man. You got over there in Great Britain or whatever, they said mandatory digital IDs. You got 10 more people. I think it's 10 something more people that signed up for Elon Musk digital brain chip, the BCI. Prophecy is, hey man, it's moving. It says, shake thyself from the dust. And we're rising up out of this dust. Meaning we're no longer confused as to who we are. And we're following after Yahweh Shemi Awashai. The scriptures say they rose up on their feet, an exceeding great army. These people are afraid, man. They know they know that they didn't suffer our bodies to be put in graves. They know that, man. They know that they are going to pay. It says, shake thyself from the dust, arise and sit down, O Jerusalem. Loose thyself from the bands of thy neck. Going back to Psalms chapter 2. O captive daughter of Zion. That's right. Loose thyself from the bands of thy neck, man. We just read that. That's Isaiah 61:2, to proclaim the acceptable year of the Lord and the day of vengeance of our power, to comfort all that mourn, to appoint unto them that mourn in Zion, to give unto them beauty for ashes, and oil for joy, and oil of joy for mourning, the garment of praise for the spirit of heaviness. That's right. Praise ye the Lord, man. That they might be called the trees of righteousness. That's right. The planting of the Lord Yahweh, that he might be glorified, man. And that's what we're coming into, man. See, everything works for our favor in this situation, man. All right, I'm going to play one more video.
Y'all, they in trouble. Ooh, they in trouble. I see why Trump about to let out the truth now, because he not trying to get the karma that they done stirred up. Welcome to the cookout. So we already know and have all the proof that when they arrived in these lands, they saw our people, right? But this gets deep, ladies and gentlemen. Stay with me. We know our people built these, right? This is our culture, Cahokia Mounds, right? Stay with me. Come on, we about to cook. Hold on. Welcome to the cookout. We about to get to cooking. So we know that means the Americans have more pyramids than the rest of the world, and we built them. We get that, right? We're starting to learn of our prominence in these lands. But ladies and gentlemen, I'm about to get to the main course. So while doing my reading, I came upon this. Ancient Monuments of the Mississippi Valley, 1848, Squire and Davis. One earthwork structure in particular caught our eye. It has been referred to as the Hebrew earthworks of Milford, Ohio. This giant earthwork was shaped into what looks like an old Hebrew lamp, along with other recognizable Hebrew symbols. Hebrew symbols, you say? So knowing that we are the indigenous Americans, and now knowing that we are also the Hebrews, this makes it rather interesting, because if you read your holy scripts, God is described as avenging Israel on numerous occasions, particularly throughout the book of Exodus, Judges, and Kings, when stories detail God's intervention to deliver Yasharal from their enemies. So if we are Yasharal, and they've spent all this time doing us dirty, there's only one thing left. And you know what? I think I'm going to kick back, grab me some popcorn, and watch what happens to these lands and the people that did us wrong. And have no fear. Just know, for us, the melanatids, the indigenous Americans, the Murs, the Indians, the Hebrews, whatever you want to call,
and the speckled bird, because not all Israelites are just blacks and brown people. No, some of them are going to look white. Some of them are going to look Chinese. It's called the diaspora. Some of them are going to look like Elam. You know, some of them are going to look, they're going to look like everybody, man. Okay? Just to make that clear. So the Lord is coming. The Lord is about to destroy this place. I know you can feel it in the air like a Beanie Siegel song, man. I can feel it in the air. You know, you can hear it in people's voices. All praise on the Lord Yahweh Bashim Yahushua for that, man. Shalom.